Why do relationship builders, those of you with 3 or more relationship building strengths in the top 10, have strengths like consistency, even discipline, achiever, and competition low? I want to share in this video why that is. If you are a relationship builder with any of these strengths low, or maybe a couple of them low, I'm going to explain to you why that needs to be, why that shouldn't change. I also want to talk about why is there so much shame when you have these strengths low. I see it a lot. People with relationship building strengths have this sort of shame when those strengths aren't higher. And how do we shift? How do we, in this case, get the value of those strengths and be able to accomplish them? I want you to understand that there must always be a high. There must always be a low. That means that everybody that's got something high has something else low. But it doesn't mean you can't do something. It just means this is your way. The relationship building strength is about connecting. It's a very selfless strength or selfless domain in that way. It's about other people, and it's more than just about other people. It's like an acceptance that other people are who they are, and they don't need to change. Especially if you have like includer high, right? So the relationship building, the domain itself is about connection. It's about a desire for connection. And it's really hard to connect if there's a rejection. So since it's a very selfless domain, let's take a look at achiever, for example. Achiever is definitely what I would call a selfish strength, a very self-centered strength. It's about what do I need, the word need, to accomplish? What do I need to finish? And achievers, typically, right now, because it's possible to be a relationship builder with achiever high. It's totally possible. By the way, if you've got that, let me know. But typically, achievers not only feel this sense of needing to accomplish, needing to have a beginning, a middle, and an end, a start and a finish, and little benchmarks to achieve along the way. When they finish that first benchmark or they finish that project, it's on to the next one immediately, right? Because they have that self-centered need, they often believe others should have that self-centered need too. And so when you're a high achiever and you self-centeredly place that rule, because it's a judgy strength, place that rule onto others, then connection gets sacrificed. Okay, relationship builders with achiever low, do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? That achievers feel so connected, it has such a need for accomplishment, personal accomplishment, and then they simultaneously give that or bring that or project that on others. They ultimately end up sacrificing connection. And so, as a relationship builder, this is a fundamental deal breaker. That's it. This is why achiever has to be low. But you might be wondering, well then, Eddie, how do I achieve? Well, first off, stop thinking that you need a certain strength to be an achiever. Somebody recently put up a comment in one of my posts that said something, and it kind of alluded to the fact that relationship building strengths are the opposite of, or strengths that keep you from accomplishing things. That's not true at all. That's a story. But what is true is that compliments are best achieved through the connection of others. Simply put, a relationship builder does their best accomplishing with others. And I don't know why there's any kind of a shame around that. There shouldn't be any at all. The bottom line is relationship builders do their best achieving with others. In other words, they don't want to do it alone. They don't want to make it about themselves. They want to make it about others. That's amazing. Do you understand that? Like, that's incredible. And so ultimately, right, you can achieve anything you want. It's best done, not only done, best done around others. So if you're a relationship builder and you want to achieve, get around people who want to achieve. Hello, this is where it gets fun for you. Connect with those people. Connect with achievers. Don't try to out-achieve them. I wouldn't do that. That would be like me trying to out-connect people. A terrible idea. Absolutely terrible idea. Okay, so now that we understand that principle, then the rest makes sense. Competition. Competition is about comparison. Like, you're better than me, I'm better than you, or I want to be better than you and you're better than me, or that's where competition lives. They live in that world of self-improvement through comparison. Hello, relationship builders. That's another deal breaker. But the reason why it's low when you have a lot of relationship building strengths is because competition is a connection violator. It breaks the rules of connection. It creates disconnect, right? So if you've got 3 or more of the relationship building strengths and you've got achiever or competition low, you're understanding why it has to be. It has to be down there. Stop asking it to not be there and let go of this nonsense. Shame. Holy moly. If it weren't for you, the rest of us would just be destroying each other. We need connectors, and you can compete. I'll give you a fabulous example. This is a network marketing example. I was at a live event once, and the speaker on stage gave a challenge for network marketers. The person on stage said, I'm going to give you a script, and you're going to text 20 people, or you're going to text people you know about this product that we're trying to sell. Or whoever texts the most people wins a prize. Whoever gets the most responses gets a prize. Whoever gets the most no's gets a prize. And I knew it was going to happen. There was a relationship builders in that audience who shut down. One of them came up to me and said, Eddie, you know me, I'm a relationship builder. I can't do this. And I'm like, that's not true. I said, look at what they're asking you to do. They're asking you to connect. And you're a relationship builder. You don't have to text them that script, but you can text people and you can connect with them. She got excited, went back to her chair and crushed it. She did amazing, right? Because she was focused on the right thing. So this is one of the reasons why competition and achiever are low. Because if it make it about you, you create disconnect. Okay, let's talk about consistency. Consistency is number one, an executing strength. And it's also a strength that requires you to look at people like they're all the same. So if you're a relationship builder and you want to connect, it actually creates disconnect if you choose to look at everyone as the same. This is why most relationship builders have individualization high and consistency low. So stop saying things like, I can't be consistent because consistency is low and I'm a relationship builder. It's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. It's a made up story. By the way, do me a favor. Never, ever come to me and tell me your strengths aren't enough without expecting me to get in your face and say, that's a lie. Admit it right now. And let's go to work on changing that belief. Don't ever come to me with that. Not expecting that's going to happen, because you come to me telling me your strengths don't work, I'm all over you, and you're going to change your mind about that because it ain't true. This is an influencer you're talking to who doesn't care if you like him or not. I care that you love yourself. That's my number 3 strength. Number 4 strength is woo. You are going to win you over. That's how it's going to work. Relationship builder, we need you. We need you to do what you do. That's it, bottom line. Discipline is another one, right? Discipline's about structure and routine. Very little about connection or flow, right? These strengths have to be low if you're a relationship builder. They have to be. You can't stick discipline, competition, achiever. You can't stick these 3 strengths into your top 10 and still be